Well, I'm going to answer a bunch of questions. This will be a quick episode. I'm quickly approaching the 4-month timeline build. I got this January 14th, so it's basically 4 months in. People are asking questions like, what kind of tools do I have? Well, if you guys take a look around my garage, I've got nothing exotic. There's no drill presses, no lathes, no mills. I basically, the highest end equipment I've got is my TIG welder and my plasma cutter, which is the best thing. Just to let you know, plasma cutter is the best thing since sliced bread. Love that thing for cutting steel. I made a lot of Jeep bumpers, truck bumpers, crap like that. Used to have to cut it all by hand in a high-speed cutoff wheel. Took forever. Plasma cutter cuts through it like butter. So when you make a bumper like this on a Jeep, as you can see back into here, much easier with the plasma cutter to be able to make the cuts you need. And my welder, it's a Miller 165 diversion. Nothing great, but it gets the job done. Now, do you need those things to build this car? No. I needed it because of the modifications that I did to the chassis and some of the other things. But does anybody need it? No. If you follow the recipe, the Factory 5 recipe, their cookbook, their manual, you don't need a welder. I use a cutoff wheel on my grinder. It's a DeWalt grinder. I use that a ton. Either flapper disc to clean up metal, or I've got my cutoff wheel. That is my probably go-to tool. Then I've got some drills, some impacts. Other than that, I'm just a normal guy with just normal tools in the garage. Nothing spectacular in here, as you can see. Yeah, just nothing great. But it gets the job done. Another question was, how much time do I put into this thing? That I don't keep track of. I'd be afraid to, because I look at my Cobra, what I sold it for. If you calculated my hours out, what's the point? You're losing money. You do this because you want to, because you enjoy the build. It's not about making money, because there's just too many hours. I try to get 2 hours in every day after work. Some days 3, depends on how tired I am, how crazy work was. The weekends, I hit it hard and heavy. Anywhere from probably 15 to 20 hours a weekend, depending on what's going on. Next weekend, I'm going to Yellowstone, so that weekend, I'm not going to get a whole lot done. But as you can tell, I put a lot of time in this thing. So you got to figure, let's say if I'm averaging 30 hours a week, give or take, that's 120 a month. So I'm into this thing 480 hours. I'm into this thing a lot already. And as you can see, there's still a lot to go. But as I said, I'm getting close to firing this thing up. The motor's all done, other than I got to figure out a vacuum line to go from here to here for the CMCV flapper little doodads in there. This is going to hook up into here. So as I said, the motor's almost done. A couple of radiator hoses I've ordered. As I said, we're getting close, and I'm still waiting on a 90-degree PTFE fitting, which still haven't seen that. I'm still working on the interior, trying to get it laid out. As you can see, I started cutting out some of the dash so you guys can see what I'm going with. The 2 AC registers are going to be here. Headlights, hazards, they'll be all on this side, kind of hidden. Probably be my electric parking brakes. Some were buried where it's hard to get to, so it doesn't get hit by accident. Other than that, waiting on some wheels. But as I said, anybody can build one of these things. If you're good with hand tools, you can build it. You don't need a drill press. You don't need all that kind of stuff. Makes it nice, but I don't have it. You can drill a pretty straight hole with a nice power drill and a little bit of, careful, making sure you're all squared up. Is it as accurate as a drill press? No, but will it get the job done? Yes. So, that's kind of the rundown, some of the questions I've been asked. I'll try to get this up in the next day or two. But as you can see, the radiator's coming along. I got my cooling ducts. All this was done with hand tools. All the AN fittings you can do with simple tools, with simple flaring tools. If you really had to build one of these and do it on the cheap, you could buy probably $300-400 worth of tools and make it happen. So, and as I said, I modify a lot of things, so that's why it's taken longer than, if you just bought it and just followed the cookie cutter instructions and put it together. So I, try to make it better, try to build the car to suit me and my dreams, my wishes. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. This quick little update, and yeah, hope that answers any questions. If you got any more, please throw them up there. And I also want to shout out to the forum, the Factory 5 forum. They're incredible. So a lot of great guys on there. They're willing to help out. A lot of guys that just devote a lot of time to the forum. I gotta go through the forum, but I really don't post. I hate typing. I'd much rather get in front of a camera and talk. And that's why I did the YouTube channel, because I tried putting it on the forum and I built the Roadster. Didn't go well. A few posts here and there, and then it's like, I'm not doing this anymore. Whereas these, I can just quickly edit them, well, not quickly, and then throw them on up into YouTube, and I'm done. So that's kind of why I do what I've done. So hopefully this helps somebody out. We're nearing, as I said, once I get this motor fired up, we're gonna start doing some body work, start getting that body ready to drop onto this thing. So it's getting closer. That, not the funnest job in the world. It's really hard on my shoulders, but I kind of give you guys an idea what needs to be done for the body. I painted the Roadster. I think I've showed pictures of it. Came out absolutely gorgeous. Painted in January in my garage, actually. So we'll go into more of that detail. So thanks again for watching. Hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.